let's go back to our dashboard here, talk about a couple more concepts. You might be saying, hey, Zach, as we look at this, that's all really good information for a CFO. What if I work in order processing, or maybe I work in AP? Business Central is meant to be rolled out to different users based on that specific profile of that user. So if I just switch over to another tab here, now I'm looking at a view of what I call a order processor. So less important on the financial side, but maybe more important on what's going on with my active orders. What are my products I'm selling? I can see all that information here on this dashboard, and I can drill into different lists that are pinned here. So very easy to put users into these specific roles and then have a very specific entry point for them to access their day-to-day, right? Now, if we take this a step further and we talk about how each individual within an organization wants to work, I have the ability in Business Central to open up what we call personalization, right? And personalization is an end user utility to actually make changes to a screen based on how a user wants to work. If I pop into my gears icon on the top right, I can open up what's called Personalize. And Personalize is really going to allow me to make changes to that screen I'm on, whether that's moving a button around, maybe that's hiding something I don't need to see. Maybe that's moving around these tiles you see on my dashboard here, moving around my KPIs. I can do all that as an end user within Business Central to make this my own. If I'm on a list page, as we showed you earlier, the lists, the fact boxes, all those can be updated through personalization mode. Now, if you're in a situation where you want your users to see the same thing within their profile, and as a company, you want to actually govern that, Business Central also supports that personalization mode at the profile level. So if I want all of my AP coordinators to see the same exact actions, they want to see the same exact columns in a very specific order, I can use that personalization mode at the profile level and then really make that a seamless end user experience and really increase that user adoption within the product. And that's what we call personalization mode. And that, remember, that is not customization, that is really end user personalization we can do. The nice thing about that is it will actually stick across all of your devices that you're accessing Business Central on. So if I'm connecting to Business Central through the web app, as you're seeing here on my screen, if I'm connecting to it through a separate app device like a tablet, a smartphone, all of those changes actually remain across the entire solution. So very seamless user experience that we can then tailor to manage.